1 Gilly Allinson after a 2-2 draw, but a loss on penalties to Luton Town. Lee, before the game, Brothers was named as a starting fullback. Matty Miles on the bench. Was this just minutes into Matty Miles or trying to get minutes into Brothers?
Yeah, no, it's literally, I just feel that Matty Miles, Jordan Gent, Matt Ball have just probably played a little bit too many minutes, so it's just a case of just changing it up tonight, and that's what pre-season's for. Probably got the team slightly wrong in the first half, but again, unless we try these things in pre-season, we're never going to know. So yeah, it was literally just a pre-season, change it around, fit boys in where we can and give them minutes that they need.
When you say you got the team wrong, you mean in personnel in terms of minutes they've played or changed?
No, just probably, we played a couple of the younger boys and who've never played at a level, and I have to say tonight Luton Town were very, very good, especially first half. So it was just a bit of a culture shock to them. We give the ball away a little bit too easy. And as I say, getting that little bit more experience on in bally second half, it definitely helped us.
Yeah, first half, I think we came in quite relieved it was only 1-0, although I don't think they opened us up too many times. How would you evaluate the first half?
Yeah, very much, when you look at their team on paper, they've got, the goalkeeper's a first team player, the back four's a first team players, the centre half is their captain of the first team. The two forwards are pros, so that 6-7 players there that were very, very good, and mixed in with there were lively little young 18-year-olds who again technically were fantastic. And as I say, we just didn't really have a press about us first half. We allowed them to probably play, but we said it in the change room before the game. If we can come in and make sure we can try and get a 0-0 or 1-0 deficit, and then second half I always find that any level teams will have a sloppy moment and we can capitalise on it. But the first half it wasn't great. I thought we were poor. As good as Luton were, I don't think we really got out of first, second gear, but maybe that was because they were that good. I was very, very impressed with them first half, and as I say, we just didn't get to grips with it, and it took us. We got balls in great areas, no end product. We give the ball away in silly areas, and the first goal come from we've broke down the left. We've give the ball away. They've counter-attacked us, and Devs has just stepped in to try and win it. A little threaded ball, and they've scored from there. So that was the only time that they really did open us up. Although they got a few good crosses in, one shot. I felt that we defended from there very well, but just no real desire about this first half.
The second half we looked at a different team coming out, and we actually dominated possession, I think, more than they did in the second half. How would you sum it up?
Yeah, I don't know if we dominated possession. I think they still had good times and good spells on the ball. But what we did do, we stopped them playing. I felt that we could dominate the midfield if we could stop them playing defensively from the back. And when they dropped it into midfield, could we press higher and win the ball back? And we did that second half. I felt that we did dominate that area. But the left back, he was different class. Their left back, I think they signed him from Everton, and he was getting down the right hand side of us. But we coped with it really well, and as I say, you go 2-0 down, and then you bring the boys on again, and they've made a fantastic impact. Luca, Callum, Brooksy, Matty Miles, fantastic impact, and they've caused them lots of problems. And we go and get it back to 2-2 very quickly, and we defended fantastically well after that. They then dominated. I felt for 10-15 minutes. We looked a little bit tired, a bit leggy. It's expected when you play a pro side, you expect them to come on strong. When we held out firm, and I'm very, very pleased with the performance.
Over the last couple of weeks, you talked about having squad depth, and you just mentioned there about our subs coming and making an impact. How exciting is it, the depth and the impact that the subs can make coming into?
Yeah, last year we had young Luca, Robbie, and players like that, and it was probably a year too early for them. This year we've got Luca and Callum. They're making great impact. Ruben's the same age. He's a serious handful. So players are now coming on with an energy. They've got a strength about them, a bit of pace, and loads of quality, and they're showing that in their performances, and they're turning games. And I think Jack Bradshaw and Sean Lucian said it last year, back end 10-15 games, we never had no impact coming off the bench. I think the only impact we had was when Sean first joined and we played Stourbridge away, we were 2-0 down when he come on, and Alv Church, I think we were 2 or 3 down, and we need these players to be making big impacts, and they've done that again tonight.
We had a player return from last season in LP. Can you just talk us through that kind of transfer, if you could.
Yeah, no. So LP is, you know, when he left us with our best wishes on, you know, in the early May to sign for Hemel. I'd always said to him the door will always be open for him to come back here. You know, I think he's a fantastic player. I felt second half, I felt he was probably our best player attacking wise. I think he was terrific, driving with the ball, creating opportunities for us, and he was very good. And you know, he texted me on Sunday to say that it's not quite worked out at Hemel. Would he be able to come back? And it wasn't even a hesitation. It was one phone call to Eddie, and it was he's coming back. And you know, I'm delighted to get him back. I feel that, you know, with him, Matty Miles, we've got two really dynamic fullbacks. Obviously, Jack Bradshaw and Rowe can slide in there as well. So, you know, it was a signing that I felt we had to make. I think it makes us stronger going into the season, and you know, we're looking forward to having him back.
Rowe played centre half to start with today. Is this something we can look at coming into the season?
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna have a really good chat with Rowe tonight. That I have to say, I spoke to him yesterday on the phone, because it, you know, when you bring LP in, it probably limits Rowe's match time. But it's a conversation now I'm going to have with him tonight about coming into the management team. He's been fantastic in this football club. The minute he set foot in this club, he has been terrific. He's fantastic with the younger players. He talks great. I think he'll be fantastic for LP. I really believe that he'll push him on because he knows the position really well. And it's hard for Rowe because he's sort of 34, 35, and I hope now he makes that step in and comes and joins us on the management team, because, as I say, I think he'd be a fantastic asset. You know, I can't speak highly enough for the lad. And that's a conversation we'll have in the next sort of 10 minutes to see what he wants to do. We had a brief one yesterday and it was going quite well. But even tonight, as I said to him, you know, you're only an injury away from playing, and he's coming tonight, and I felt he was going against two very, very good forwards. I felt he was excellent tonight.
And on Thursday we've got Charlton. Can you just talk through that game?
Yeah, it's tough. I hope they're not as good as Luton tonight, because, you know, first half was very frustrating because they were that much better than us. You know, very, very good. Boys have got to patch themselves up. We go Thursday, we play Thursday, that'll be our last game, and then we obviously prepare them for Bromsgrove in a couple of weeks, or in a week's time, should I say.
Brilliant, cheers.
Cheers, mate.